I've got it.
What do you got?
So, you know how there's been a lot of like these crossover like versus books?
Yeah.
Like Justice League versus Suicide Squad.
Big Trouble Little China and Escape from New York.
And yeah. So, we need to start a feud.
Okay, who are we feuding with?
Let me think. IHOP.
We'll never win. They have pancakes.
Hey Joey, how hard is it for you to put in a beeping sound effect? From the mind of George Carlin comes curse words.
Nope.
You know that there's and but this one covers all the curse words in one book. Actually, it's a book by Charles Soule. It's kind of a magic, sci-fi, fantasy, rebooty thing. It's really cool, actually.
Reboot?
Well, it's a different take on magic.
Okay.
With a good sense of humor to it. That's what I meant. So, this is completing your checklist of every good Marvel writer also having their own Image book. It's curse words, #1 from Image.
Speaking of Marvel, they got a really big book out this week called Monsters Unleashed. You will see some crossover issues of other things, but the book is written by Cullen Bunn and will be drawn by a whole bunch of superstar artists. This issue is drawn by Steve McNiven, one of the cleanest artists I've ever seen. He did Civil War I. Basically, monsters are attacking everywhere on the globe, and every single Marvel character's got to show up to fight someone somewhere.
Continuing our books about swear words comes The Goddamned. Book 1, Before the Flood by Jason Aaron. This is kind of like if Mad Max was more caveman-y. Lots of brutal nudity and death in this book. It almost has a Conan vibe, but like even more adult Conan, if that's your thing.
Fresh off the trail of Revolution comes Revolutionaries. That's right, it's going to be Action Man and Rom and some Transformers and some G.I. Joes and some Micronauts. Basically everyone who was in Revolution, and they're now on a team defending the world.
If you're in the mood for a good sci-fi book from Image, check out Horizon Volume 1. It's almost like a reverse invasion book. It's about this chick whose planet was invaded by Earth and she has to go get revenge. She's also like super military-esque. And it's only $10. As was probably the gosh darn.
Marvel this week brings us part 2 of the Sitting in a Tree storyline, where Miles Morales Spider-Man and Gwen Stacy Spider-Gwen are hanging out and getting stuff done together.
If you feel left out by the last issue, check out this one. Because the last issue had them making out on the cover, and then I read it. They don't even meet till the last page, and there's no making out.
Well, this cover only has them hanging out, and they are definitely hanging out in this issue.
They hug. There's a hug.
It was somewhat of an embrace. Is this a hug? Or am I holding you as you tell me your problem?
I think this is harassment is what it is. Also, $9.99 from Image is Kill or Be Killed Volume 1. This is the latest book from Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips, who did Criminal and The Fade Out and a bunch of those books.
Fatale and Incognito and Scene of a Crime.
Yep, all those books. This one has an interesting twist in it, in that it may or may not be supernatural. It may be supernatural, or it may be mental illness. I'm not 100% sure.
DC drops 2 Rebirth trades this week. Justice League Volume 1 and Flash Volume 1. Justice League is $16.99 and has the Rebirth issue of Justice League, as well as issues 1 through 5. And Flash is a huge deal. It's $1 more at $17.99, but it actually has the Flash Rebirth #1, as well as Flash 1 through 8. That's 9 issues in here. That is legit 33% off of cover price.
And there's a new villain in The Flash. It's pretty cool.
Other news? There's really no other news.
So kids, thanks for watching. I think I'm shutting down Nerd Haiku Review to focus on other projects. But in the meantime, you can check us out on Twitter and Instagram and on the stone tablets that I transcribe all the words of each episode on. Ask Jake for them. See you next week. Man juice. We at least like wear different outfits in different videos. You know, OJ on his hand.